Hi girls and boys, Lord X is here, and as you can see from this is Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Now, before we get into this video, I want to talk a little bit. So I will leave an annotation up in the top right corner of the screen when I edit the video to tell you what time to skip to in order to stop hearing me waffle on if you don't want to hear what I have to say and you just want to see the game. So yeah, getting in, this is a remaster or re-release of Final Fantasy XII. Final Fantasy XII came out on the PlayStation 2, and it came out on the 16th of March 2006. I believe that was across all countries, and it had a big criticism and it had a lot of hype as well. Well, for me anyway, this is going to be fun for you guys potentially, because this is one of the only main numbered titles in the Final Fantasy series that I have played nearly fuck all of, and the reason for that mainly being is because at the time Final Fantasy XI had come out several years before, I believe, and that was Square Enix's first fully online Final Fantasy game, meaning you played with other people. It was an MMO, and I was heavily into that when this came out, so I didn't really play hardly any of this. In fact, I can remember barely any of it. I kind of have a general premise of the story, but that's about it. But yeah, I can't remember any of it. I don't even know if I played more than an hour, in all honesty. I know I didn't own it. I never bought it, as far as I can remember. And yeah. The reason I bought it now and I'm playing it again is, number one, it is a traditional Final Fantasy game in the sense that it's semi-turn-based, but a traditional Final Fantasy game in the sense that it is high fantasy, not like Final Fantasy XV that I'm doing on the channel, that I will continue to do because I want you guys to see that, because it's a good game in its own right. But it's high fantasy, like it's a very different world from our Earth. It's got many different sentient species. That is all quite crazy and very high fantasy, and it's got a very convoluted, over-the-top fantasy story as well, which I would love. I know I would love. Yeah. So the main reason, however, I'm coming back to this is because Final Fantasy XII was the first out of any of the Final Fantasy games that revisited a previous Final Fantasy world, and by that I mean it didn't have any sequels. Well, it did actually get a sequel later, but it borrowed off two previous Final Fantasy games that weren't part of the main numbered series, and the world it borrowed from them, or took from them and explored upon, was called Ivalis, or as the characters in this game will explain it, Ivalice. They pronounce it. It sounds very French. I prefer Ivalis, what I always called it. But anyway, it borrowed this world from a game called Final Fantasy Tactics that originally never released in Europe or the US. It was a Japan-only title, and the reason for that was because it was tactical. It is a turn-based tactics. So think of something like Command and Conquer. That's what you'll know as an original tactics game that most people will know. But think of it in turn-based rather than real-time, so you take a turn, the enemy takes a turn, you take a turn. And that originally never released outside of Japan. It has now, and it has across a lot of different formats now. I think it first came back to the West on the PSP, if I'm correct. Someone can correct me on that, as a re-release. But the first time we saw anything of Final Fantasy Tactics, in the West anyway, I believe was on the Game Boy Advance, and it was a game called Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Completely different game, very much easier than the original. That was the first time I played a Final Fantasy Tactics game, and I enjoyed the world it was set in. It was very clever, I thought. I liked the characters, I liked the sentient species. It was all pretty cool. And that's what this game borrows from. So I wanted to play this game because I wanted to get into Ivalis, or Ivalice, as the characters call it. But yeah, some things about this game have changed, apart from it's now obviously in HD, the character models have been redone, the environments have been redone, and that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about and state. do not watch this and expect it to be the most amazing thing ever, like Final Fantasy XV in terms of graphics being really good. because this is a remaster. So technically it's a remaster of a 2006 PlayStation 2 game, which means although it will look sharp and crisp, it's still going to technically look a little bit dated. It's going to look like an older game. Yeah, the things that have changed is this copy of the game hasn't changed that much for us in Europe or in Japan. It has changed for the people of the United States. I didn't realise this until I picked this game up, until I'd done a little research. But the people of the United States of America did not get what is now being referred to as the International ZODIAC job system. For me, well, I won't be able to remember anyway, so it's going to be new for me. But for the people of Europe and Japan, they had this. And this was an ability to further sort of customise the abilities, the spells, the skills of your character. To kind of go anywhere on this thing called, I don't actually know, it's like the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. I forget what it's actually called. It's like a junctioning system. It's called the license board, which is a very technical sort of methodical term for. It's like a squarer version of the sphere grid that was used in Final Fantasy X, and a leveling system that's been used since then in its own way. I mean, in Final Fantasy 15, we've seen it with the Ascension grid or Ascension tree that you have with Noctis and his friends, and it's a very similar thing like that. But in the US, the guys never got this. Apparently, they had a very, very simplified version of this system. I don't know why. I don't know whether Square said the American market, it might have been too complicated for them. I don't know why they'd think that. I don't know the thinking behind that at all. Maybe they just thought it'd be more fun to play in a basic version. But this does not have that. This has been re-released as a full package, and they're going to have to deal with and enjoy the much more complicated way you can customize your characters. So that's a new feature, and predominantly the one people wanted. There's been an update to the magics, so they're more in line with modern Final Fantasy games. There's new weapons and armor. There's now a trial mode, which has been introduced, so you can take on any point in story mode, and you'll be able to take your team through 100 different stages of enemies, and they get progressively harder. That's this, obviously, down here. Yeah, so they've added a few new things other than just making it look better. There's also a new game plus, which you can add a harder mode to it. There's also a speed mode, which you can smack the L1 button for fans of the original game that really know how to play it, and it speeds up the game 2 times faster, or 4 times faster, in fact, as well. So if you want to do that. However, none of these reasons I'm playing this. I'm playing this because I've never really had a proper chance to. Although I know a little bit-ish about the story. It's very, very vague. And all I know is from what I saw of it, I liked it, but I didn't necessarily want to play it myself. But now I am going to play it myself. So hopefully it looks good, plays nicely, and whatever. With that being said, this is Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, and I am Lord Exus. This is episode 1. Let's get in.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
An attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight, ne'er failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice: Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramenas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland.
Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossel, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
We move!
Okay, so that was the longest ass intro to a game I've seen in a while, and I'm used to this with Final Fantasy games, but wow, a lot of information there, a lot of information. So for now, we're playing as a young 17-year-old lad called Rex, and we saw some nasty shit in that cutscene. The Prince of the country of Rabanasta, or Dalmasca. I'm not sure which one out of those two. I think Rabanasta is the capital city, Dalmasca is the country. Could be wrong about that. Like died in a battle against the Arcadian Empire. These people, looks like we're frontline troops in this war. We're playing as Rex for now. Rex is not the main character of this game, or at least not the character we end up mainly associating with, as you will see. Anyway, let's get in and actually try to play something. Right, Bash is talking to us. You must always be mindful of your surroundings. Use the right stick to look around. It's a useful way to spot Imperials. Go on, give it a try. So we can move the camera freely. And as you'll notice, these character models, as you can tell, even though they're updated at nice 1080p and whatever, yeah, if you look at them, it's blatantly a 2006 game. It's just been made crisper and nicer, and more details been added. It's nowhere near the look of Final Fantasy 15 and that, but it still looks alright. It still looks alright, but yeah, this is what remasters are. They're not recreating the game. This isn't like Crash Bandicoot, where it's not just a remaster, it's a complete remake, but with the same levels in the same game. This is what a remaster looks like. So anyway, let's get in. Anyway, use the left stick to move Rex. Tilt slightly to walk. Farther to run. You can walk, yes? Come on, stand before me. So this guy's nice, Bosh. I can walk and I can run. And I can move the camera all at the same time. We can have a little dip. I'm not really liking their arm. I'm not sure what their arm is going for here. Look, oh, okay, your vital organs are kind of covered, but are they really? Are they really? Because you're showing a lot of flesh, my friend. Okay, let's talk to Bosh. Do you see the marker above my head? I do. It's a little smiley face. That's a talk icon. You can talk to any character showing one of these. To talk to someone, approach them and press X. Try talking to your friend by the gate. Will do. Approach the Damascan by the gate and press X to talk to him. Life is worth too much to throw away, Rex. Do what you can, but don't try to be a hero. Save the hero stories for your brother once we're back in Rabanasta. So Rabanasta is the capital city. Dalmasca is the country. Is that right? Did I get that the right way around? I don't know. Just listen to the captain and we'll get through this. We'll enter the fortress through this gate. We must go. Okay, so we'll talk to the Bosh again. We'll enter the fortress through this gate. We must go. Okay. Let's do it. See the marker above your head? That's called an action icon. One of these will appear when you approach the door. A switch, an item, or the like. To learn more about what you found, walk close to the icon and press X. Now try opening the gate. So the game is tutorializing us. This was back when tutorials for RPGs and other games were kind of in the earlier stages. It wasn't that streamlined. So this whole first thing is a tutorial, but at the same time it's character building, story building. And as you can see again from this, the graphics aren't amazing. They're crisp, they're clean. But the detail is like a 2006 anime character model for a Final Fantasy game. In 2006, you looked at this and you went, the fuck, this is amazing looking. Now you look at it and go, well, it's okay, I can play it. But it has been 11 years. Graphics have moved on. Okay, Bosh. It is time. We will drive back any Imperial standing between us and the King. Damascus' future hangs in the balance. Stay focused on the foes before you, Rex. I will watch reward. Reward? Did I read that bit right? Okay. You can open the party menu by pressing triangle. From the party menu, you may examine your equipment and inventory. Okay. Ooh, got a bad guy. Okay. The red line is a hostile target line. Take heed, you are being targeted. When a foe targets you, the line is red. When you target a foe, the line is blue. If you see a red line, look for foes at once. If they are not readily apparent, use the right stick to look around, and when you found them, press X to open the battle menu. Once you selected an attack and targeted a foe, close distance using the left stick, you automatically attack until your foe is defeated. You can change targets or actions at any time. If your HP falls, press X and select items from the battle menus, then use a potion. After using an item, you will automatically resume your previous action. There is no need to input your command again. You can do it, Rex, show me. So we press X, attack, Imperial Swordsman A. And so Rex's action bar at the bottom, he'll automatically attack. We can move freely while doing this, but it's still turn-based. He's gone, because the other guys attacked him. So, it's turn-based in the fact that I have a bar at the bottom, but I can move freely within that turn. So he took 10 HP off me. It's not too bad. Is there anything this way? Can I go this way? I cannot. More cutscene.
Captain?
Looks like we have a boss battle. Okay. Ah, here we go. Use magic and techniques. What we got? We've got thunder for black magic. Thunder is always been... Oh, we can... While it's paused, we can move the camera around as well to get a better view. That's good. Thunder has always been pretty good against machine-type enemies, so we'll do that. Air Cutter Remora. Okay. So we're going to use it against... We're going to charge up. Takes time to cast. And it is counted as a boss. We've got the boss bar at the top. We've got 32 MP left. So we do have white magic. We have cure. I'm not going to use that. We're going to use thunder again. On the boss again. There we go. I'm just going to stand back here and keep spamming it. I do like this. I do like it. It pauses every time I'm in the actions menu. It gives me time to think about what I'm doing. Kind of like wait mode on Final Fantasy 15. There we go. One more and then we're going to have to get in there like those guys. Because I'm going to run out completely if not. Okay. I'm going to have to attack. So I'm going to have to wait till we close in because he won't attack if I don't. So he's going to automatically do this now anyway. Oh. Apparently that was enough. Apparently my attacks are stronger than those guys.
Adeline, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Sunbury disengaging.
Okay. So that was a thing. That guy was there to fuck with us. So we're going to get in here, mess these guys up. Yeah, get this guy. And he's gone. It didn't take much HP off us, so that's good. So we'll carry on. And that guy in the flying machine, the boss guy, referred to himself by the codename Tomberry. Tomberry, of course, being a notorious enemy from all of the Final Fantasy games. Cute little looking frog guy thing with a hoodie that's actually evil as fuck. Okay. There is no simple way through the fortress. The mini-map at the top right of the screen may not be enough to gain your bearings. Should you lose your way, consult the location map by clicking the touchpad button. This will bring up the map of the fortress we gave you before we set out. If you find yourself... If you still find yourself at a loss, pressing the L3 button will allow you to view the location map as you move. Navigate your way through as you see fit. Definitely will do. So, oh, that's the Okay, so press L3 and it brings that up. That's cool. That will help as and when I need it, because I'm all about 100%ing the dungeons.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Oculus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Okay, some more combat. And, okay, that's how we bring up the main menu, the main map. Quickly to note, we are playing as Rex again, this young 17-year-old lad. The man leading us is Bosch. He has a twin brother that we saw at the beginning, but with darker, shorter hair, called Vossler. He's gone ahead to rescue the king, while Bosch has stayed with us. Okay, so we're gonna have a little butchers, nothing down there. We're gonna take all of the scenic routes. We're gonna 100% the map, because you never know what's about. Okay, what are these? Nope, can't access that. It's fine. Nothing else here. Just thought I'd come and check, make sure there's nothing interactable, because you never know. But sounded like Bosch thought he did. He did hear guard. Okay, what the fuck? Ahead we will face many Imperials, but we need not fight them all. Oft times retreat is the wiser course. Should you need to arise, press and hold the R2 button to run from your foes. There is no shame in fleeing from battle that serves no purpose. But they always serve a purpose, because the purpose is to gain experience, right? Ooh. Who did I get burnt by? No, I don't want to. Imperial Magus. Someone healed me. Is there anything in here? Ooh. Treasure. Obtained a potion. Good. Okay, that's the pause button. That does nothing. They're going that way. I want to go this way. I want to see what there is this way. Nothing interactable by the looks of it. Someone used the cure spell to heal me, so that was handy. Oh. How? Where did these guys come from? There's a few of them as well. Let's get the Imperial Swordsman C. So I'm guessing these guys just spawn randomly and they keep going. There we go. Yeah, because they weren't here before, so let's carry on. What's in here? Ooh. One guy over here. Got ya. Obtained a potion. Ooh, what's in here? More treasure. Obtained another potion. Nothing else by the looks of it. Okay. Someone is dealing with enemies over there on his own. Just want to see if there's anything at the end here. There's not. Let's go back and save that guy then, because clearly for some reason he stayed in that room when I went there, and now there's shit going on. Oh, it is Bosch. Of course it is. Managed to block that. Don't know how. Okay, good. Can't go down, so we have to go up. Okay. Bosch is here to talk to. This is a save crystal, Rex. You can save your progress by approaching a save crystal and pressing X. Touching one of these crystals will fully restore your HP and MP, so your health and your mana. Though you will gradually recover MP as you move about, it can take time. Do not miss your opportunity to refresh yourself and your allies. There is more I will tell you, but we've no time. Heed the lessons of the battlefield, and you will do well. Come, we must reach His Majesty before it's too late. But we will indeed save, and it heals us as well. Save the current game. Now, if I know the PlayStation well enough, I know you guys probably didn't see that. Right, I have to edit the video here and cut back in. The reason I'm doing this is because I got my weird suspend the application thing again. So I'm going to restart the PlayStation and come back in exactly here and carry on the video. So, yeah, you guys will notice only a transition. That's it. Back in a bit. Okay, so I'm back, guys, and again, no time has passed for you. I want to try and get up here because the video's actually already nearly out of time, just because of that really intense, over-the-top starting clip, which is synonymous with the high fantasy of the old Final Fantasy games. So let's go up and see what we can do.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Okay, so we're going to handle these, apparently. We'll start with Thunder. Hopefully that works. It did, but not particularly well. Attack. We want that swordsman again. Cool, that's done. Attack that guy next. Come on, Rex, you can do it. It's the way. So yeah, again, turn-based, you have to wait for that bar to charge up, that action bar. So you can, that yellow bar at the bottom, so the attack actually initializes. It's equivalent of stamina, about stamina of swinging a heavy sword. There we go, we dealt with them. Took our HP down a little way. Let's go to white magic and hit cure, and cure Rex, have him heal himself with white magic. Beautiful. All the way back up to full. Okay, so where do we go? What's through here? Ooh. Secrets. And we can open this door. Secrets, we like secrets. What does the map say? This way there should be nothing, there is nothing. This way, however, there is something up here. That looks like an impassable door, though. Or not.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent. Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Okay, so that was pretty heavy stuff. Rex has been killed, and by the looks of it, he was killed by Bosch, his captain in charge, who also assassinated their king, because the king was signing the peace treaty to hand Dalmasca, that is the country, Rabanasta being the capital city, or at least, I don't know, we'll figure that out as we get in, hand it over to the Arcadian Empire. We are now playing as Vaughn. Vaughn is one of the main characters of this game. He's not that likable, if I'm honest, but he is Rex's 15-year-old brother. Very different from his older brother. So we started playing as him. Let's get in and kill the dire rat. So we'll go for dire rat C because it's closest, or was closest anyway. It's fucked off now. Okay, so we won't. Fuck you then. We'll go for dire rat A. There you go. Come back here, you little fuck. There you go, there's one. We need to find a save point, really, because I'm very low on time left for this video. So let's just take these out with a few attacks. I'm ready to attack again if I get close enough. There you go. That's A and B. I don't know where C is. Don't know where the other one ran to. Oh, it's giving me the run around. That's what it's doing. Oh, it's coming up behind me. There you go. You can't get away. There you go.
Wow, Vaughn. You got him all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now. That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Okay, so Rabanasta is the city, the royal city of Rabanasta. Year 706 Old Valdean. 2 years after the fall of Dalmasca. Oh, so Vaughn knows that his brother's dead. It's 2 years later.
Huh? What'd you say?
Sir, you haven't paid, and I... What? Haven't paid? On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Watch where you're going, churl. What? My pouch! It's gone! The boy!
Get out the way! Oh!
Okay, so Vaughn's a thief, which is thieving from Arcadian Imperial Guards, I guess.
What? Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this? One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon. Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Okay, so we've got a map up. Your location on the map often bears a mark showing your destination. Consult the map when you are unsure of where to go. So it shows us where to go. However, I would prefer to go to a fucking save point, if I'm honest. World map has been added to the party menu. Cool, cool. Okay, so this is happening now. So we can take that off. Loads of people to talk to. We do have equip. We have the equipment for Vaughn. Vaughn is level 1. He needs 42 experience to level up. He is level 9. Sorry, he's level 1. He has 9 experience. Okay. World map. World map lets you view places. So we're in Rabanasta, which is the capital city. This is the world, or this is This is the part of Ivalis we can access. So Damaska and the other 2 countries. Configure is all our options. Inventory is everything. So we have steel at the moment. We are, in fact, the thief class currently. Okay. I need, before I talk to any of these people, to get to a save spot. And this is Magello by the looks of it.
Ah, Vaughn, I was waiting.
Pinello said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sandsea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too? I can't leave my shop, and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sandsea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Okay, so getting sent off to do a fetch quest, which we're not going to do because we need to go save. Quickest way to go save, by the looks of it, is down here. None of my business, I know, but Magello did ask you to go to the Sandsea, didn't he? Smeal, that's not the way. Yes, it's not the way. I will go to the Sandsea, but I really need to save because this video has run over time. So we will go out here, because that's where it looks the next nearest save crystal is. Apparently we can't, so fuck you. Can we please go this way? We need to get to a save crystal, because I want to show you guys the whole video, the whole way through with me doing everything. And unfortunately, oh god damn it, we're going to be locked out of getting to save crystals, aren't we? Of course, the gate's closed. Then how the fuck do I save, game? Well, I have completely run out of time for this video, guys, so I'll figure out how to save and I'll come back to you when I'm in a more opportune place. Anyway, hopefully I won't have to skip out anything on the next video. Hopefully you've enjoyed Final Fantasy XII. I've kind of enjoyed what I've played so far, but it's been very limited because there's been so much lore, content, and cutscene heavy things going on to explain to us what this world is, what's going on in it, the war between Dalmasca, which is the country Von and his older brother Rex are from, and the Imperial Empire of Arcadia, which has invaded, killed our older brother, which Von we now clearly knows is dead, and yeah, and the King of Dalmasca killed, betrayed by his lieutenant Bosch, by all accounts, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm liking the story. Need to get a little bit more into the gameplay and what's going on. But with that being said, I'm, as always, Lord Exus, and this has been Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age, Episode 1. And I'll see you guys in a bit.